If I'm applying reverse de la Riva, I'm here, where my body's bladed, and my left hip and my left shoulder are off the floor. If I'm applying half guard, I'm applying here. If I'm set up to an underhook, I'm applying here. I'm never flat from this position. And so it makes sense, even if you don't know what you're doing, it makes sense instinctually to start pushing someone out to the side to get off of this flat back position. And so if she's camping on me, and she's circling towards my hips, and I'm flat, you feel like you really just can't do anything from here. So what people start doing from this position is they start pushing out into this position so they feel a little bit more comfortable. And now your partner's weight feels like it's not really on you. You're not getting your legs split as much, and everything's a little bit easier on you from this position, okay? So whenever I see that someone starts pushing me out in this direction, notice what happens here, right? In order for her to stay based, when I start pushing her out in this direction, you see how her hand went to the floor? Okay, if her hand goes to the floor, then I just take my foot out and I put it on the hip. So this is no good. So to compensate for this, she'll have to start stepping this leg forward up towards the shoulder. Now the issue with this is when the leg comes toward the shoulder, now I can access it. This is no good. So how do we deal with this? Understand there are two body positions. One where I use either a post on the knee and a pull on the shoulder, or a V grip on the armpit. And we're getting a phone call, an automated message in the office. And I'm not explaining this all again, so we're just going to wade through it. I'm going to stare awkwardly into your eyes as we go through this.
We should just fight.
Yeah.
You just actually fight.
Okay, take it easy. I'm already sweating. It's going to go off in the other room too, but I don't care. So, I have no idea what I was even saying now. So there are two, hope you guys didn't mind that. So there are two body positions we can play at. All right, one is where hand posted on knee. It's a test that goes off, it's 3 a.m. It's a test that goes off at 3 a.m. every night. So it goes off in this room like twice, and it's probably going to go off in that room over there. But we'll try again. So from here, fingers crossed. From here, post, hip to tailbone contact, grip on the shoulder, V grip in the armpit. The second body position is when my partner starts to push us onto the right hip, so I have to start basing my leg out high by the shoulder line. All right, we talked about before with basic body position that my foot will be on my partner's shoulder line. But what happens when my foot starts to drift up towards my partner's, on my partner's hip line rather? But what happens when my foot starts to drift up towards my partner's shoulder line, and now she can access the leg? This is when my body position changes, and now I have three different points of connection. So the second I see my partner starts to push me out and over to the side, and I have to start pushing or moving this leg up towards the shoulder line. The big danger here is that she can scoop my leg, and now she can use her inside framing to push me out and away, and now I get pushed off into all kinds of different leg lock positions, and I run into problems. All right. Another big issue is because I'm relatively perpendicular to my partner, that my partner can threaten scooping the leg, and as I pull the leg back, she can punch into a deep underhook, and a lot of times you almost fall into your face from this position. So from here, if I'm pulling on the shoulder, and my partner goes to scoop the leg, and I shoot the leg back, now she punches the underhook again, and I'm basically beat right off the bat. So understand that once your partner starts pushing you out to the side, you have to change your upper body grips. This is crucial to being able to control your partner and ride them from this position. The grip, the pulling grip on the shoulder must transfer to a V grip on your partner's elbow or on your partner's armpit. And the grip on the knee must transfer to a V grip on your partner's throat so that your partner can't pull you in with the scoop grip on the leg. All right? When she goes to scoop, or if you try to scoop someone far leg from this position, just without someone, I need to bring my head to the leg, and I need to bring that leg to my head. I'm very weak from this position with my hand this far away from my body. The closer and closer I get to my body, the stronger and stronger I am. Problem is I can't bicep curl, or I shouldn't be able to bicep curl my partner's leg towards me like this. So it's a combination of my head coming in and my head coming in towards my hand, and my hand pulling the leg towards my head. So when I go to scoop inside my partner's leg from here, when I go to off balance my partner, it's this here. And that's what allows me to take everything up and away. So right from these positions, what I'm going to look to do is the second I see my partner goes to push me out to the side, and I can no longer circle towards my partner's hips and keep her relatively flat back, we're going to go right from the shoulder, right to the V-grip, right from the knee, right to the throat. So now I want to play here with my foot down by my partner's hip line. The second she stops me from doing that and starts pushing me out to the right, like this, we just go throat and armpit. Now, right from here, we just play. When she goes to scoop my leg, she can't bring the head towards the hand. So now it's her extended arm versus my leg, and she's not going to win that. If from here I feel like she's uber strong, like if I was trying to pull her leg in from here, I could probably do it. You can just reinforce the wedge inside your own knee. So now when she goes to pull the leg in, it's never going to happen. When she goes to shoot the underhook in, that's never going to happen. And now right from here, when she goes to move, and she can scoop the leg all she wants. I just cross my ankles. Now when she goes to beat me, which is never going to happen from this position, we can just walk back and force my partner in the half guard. So the first body position is we're circling towards the hips, and we go shoulder, most of the time shoulder or V-grip, and post on the knee. So our first body position is here. We just float. So when she goes to move, it's difficult. Now, if she explodes and uses longer range frames and pushes me out to the side, this is the kind of intermediary step where we're not short distance frames and we're not long distance frames. Okay, when we talked about in guard retention, we talked about we have forehand frames, we have forearm frames, and we have backhand frames. There's long range, there's mid range, and there's close range. This is close range framing. This is mid range framing, and then this is long range framing. So you have to have answers to all of these. Okay, so when she goes to use the extension to push me out into this direction, we immediately cross shoulder. We immediately transition right here, and we play. And we just can't. She goes to scoop, it's just not going to happen. She goes to punch underhook, gets beat every time. Even if she has my leg from here, she goes to pull it in, just not going to happen. If we have to, you just cross the ankles. And you win every single time right from here. Okay? Now, what's going to happen a lot of times is your partner will try to scoop the leg, she'll try to punch the underhook in, or she'll realize the underhook's not there, she'll try to scoop the leg, and it won't work. And then you can walk back towards your partner's hips, re-flatten your partner, and so then you just use all this energy to extend your body weight off of her to get to the hip, try to give a big scoop to go into deep half guard, hashigurami, whatever the case is. It failed, and now we just circle right back towards the hips, and we're back in high head camping, body position 1. So right from here, we start off, foot down in the hip line, shoulder, knee. We're playing. She goes to push me out and away. Foot comes out, foot comes up, V-grip in the shoulder, V-grip in the neck. Now because my leg's so high, I don't have to have a post on the knee. When she tries to put her foot on my hip, there's not enough room. If it was down here, she could do it. But because my leg's up so high now, she can't post her foot on my hip. Now when she goes to scoop, when she goes to play, she can't do it. Now when she stops, we just walk back. We transfer back to the shoulder if we want to. We go back to the knee to make sure she can't bring her foot up. And now when she goes to play from here, we just can't. Now if she goes to push me out again, we play here. She goes to scoop, she can't. We walk back and we just float on top of our partner until we can eventually walk past the frames and get chest to chest. We have 2 body positions now. 1, we're always keeping our hip connected to our partner's tailbone. And then we have post on the knee, shoulder grab, or V-grip. Foot on the hip line. If the foot comes up to the shoulder line, because my partner is using mid-range frames, then we have to go from the shoulder to the armpit, knee to the throat. Because the leg's so high, now she can't take the foot out, put it on my hip, she can't scoop the leg, and she can't punch the underhook. These are very subtle adjustments that you wouldn't really necessarily pick up on, but they're the make or break between, am I putting pressure on this guy, or is he entering my legs and going into attacks? All right, so because of the fact that once my leg starts to move up towards my partner's shoulder line, the more movement that my partner can generate, the bigger issues I have. So in general, what we're going to look to do is we're always going to look to crowd our partner's hips. So every time my partner tries to push me out to the side and get her shoulder and hip off the floor to start applying a guard, I'm always going to crowd the hips and I'm going to circle back towards the hips. This is counterintuitive to what most people teach when they're teaching guard passing. They're always teaching going forward towards the head. A lot of times going forward towards the head is you kind of get overzealous and you rush things and you lose the whole position. And so when we're camping in this position and my partner goes to push me out to the side and I have to step this leg up, we go right to the throat. And now right from here, I don't want her out, up and on the side. I want to flatten her out and get that shoulder and that hip flat. So whenever I can, we just walk back towards the hips, we crowd the hips, and now we stay in this position here. So now when she goes to move me around, it's going to be a very difficult thing to do. She can't access my leg, and she has a much harder time off balance than me. So whenever I can, I'm always crowding the hips, circling back towards the hips, keeping my partner flat, and then using that to camp, and then go in and get chest to chest or pass. All right, so now we're going to start going. Now we looked at high knee shield, how to camp on a high knee shield. Now, when the magic starts happening is my partner is like, okay, this is very exhausting. My legs are getting split. My hips are getting exhausted. Let me try to switch to a low knee shield, right? It's very taxing. She comes on top of me. It's very taxing for me to play with the position where my hips are being split like this. It's fine for, a couple minutes, but it gets tiring from here. Your hips get exhausted and you're like, oh, this is way too much. So what everyone starts to do is they start to try to make space and they start to try to transition into a low knee shield. So come forward. So from here, the knee starts coming in front like so. And now either I make a transition where I try to take my leg down, so try to alleviate some of the stress in my hip, or she closes her shoulder down and my legs start to get crushed together. And this is when we can go into all of our leg riding. So we play a game now where she's like, oh man, this is exhausting. The legs open and I'm camping here, I'm splitting